A month ago, I made a video entitled something like, "Sometimes Things Don't Work Out." But my, how things can change in just a month. It's been a while since I've made a video, about 2 weeks, and there's good reason for that, and I'm going to get to that here in a second, but I just want you to know I'm gonna do my best to speed through this because I'm in a very video, and I wanted to tell you this. So a month ago, I made a video saying, sometimes things don't work out, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to keep doing this. Well, shortly after that video came out, because of your good karma, so many people reached out and they were like, dude, you got this, keep going, things will turn around. All of that good juju that you were sending my way landed, and I appreciate it. Sponsor for the channel came a couple weeks ago, and they were actually a sponsor for my old channel, which was great. Then a few more sponsors reached out that didn't work out simply because I didn't think they would work out for the channel. I just didn't like the direction it would kind of push the channel, but momentum, and I really appreciate that. But then an agency that represents some of my best friends on this platform reached out and they wanted to represent me, and they are now, which is awesome. And that is a huge boost for opportunities. Sometimes companies won't work with you unless you are represented by an agency. And like I said, almost all of my best friends on this platform are represented by them, and they love them. So I am stoked. I am stoked. But then a few weeks ago, and while you're all here, the biggest job of my entire life kind of landed in my lap. All right, I got to figure out how I can tell you about the job without telling you what the job actually is because of NDAs and whatnot. Essentially, a dream brand, like the brand I would have loved to work with years into this pursuit. That's where I would have seen it come, you know, way, way, way down the line. Basically, they reached out on behalf of an ambassador for this project, asking if I wanted to be the cinematographer for an upcoming global release. Very, very intimidating and way, way over my pay grade. As they say, pressure is a privilege, and to be honest, being scared, but I still wanted this pressure. I knew that this put me in a position to where it could change things if I did a good job, and I was really worried about that. But also, I was just the cinematographer on this. I was not the editor. I was not the director. We have those, and they are awesome. That kind of sets the scene of what this project is. The project itself will come out sometime mid-November, I think, and you'll be hearing about that along the way. But we've been filming this thing for about 2.5 weeks. And if you've been watching my Instagram, well, then you got to see a couple of the screen grabs that I took from some of the example footage. Can't show you any of the video. I can show you some of the BTS stuff though, so here you go.
Yep, got a little farmer's carry going on. It was so windy last night, I kept waking up. And then around 3 a.m., I started to see lightning, and I was like, I don't know if I should be in a rooftop tent on a plateau where I'm the tallest thing in that plateau when lightning continually is going on. And it just got worse and worse. And then it started storming, and then we started hearing thunder, and then the lightning bolts started getting really, really close. So I packed up the tent at like 4 a.m. Yeah, it's, dude, it's gnarly out there. Sunday, so we've officially been filming Friday, Saturday, Sunday. This is our third day. Why does this keep going in and out of focus?
But we've been shooting for about 1.5 weeks, 2 weeks here in the Wasatch Mountains. And then we shifted to Moab. So we were in Moab for a few days, doing a bunch of exterior stuff. And then we went into Colorado and finished in a place called Cimarron, which was just absolutely majestic. It was incredible. Now that's only half of it. That was just the exterior stuff, plus I'm sure when the editor gets some of the first batches of footage, they're gonna be like, hey, this is really great, but we need some pickup shots, we need some inserts, so we're gonna have to do that. But then there's also a whole mess of interior stuff that we have to do. This has been an incredible experience because one, it's the first time I've really gotten to work on a team where I'm still making decisions. A few years ago, I got to shoot a thing for this huge Star Trek fan film, and I was the first camera on it. But I didn't make any decisions. I wasn't a director, I wasn't the DP. I basically just pointed the camera where they wanted me to point the camera. And this thing, basically, I've worked with the director who is freaking awesome and intimidatingly good. And so we've been swapping back things from Shot Deck with each other, and it's been great to bounce those ideas off of. But ultimately, he's remote, he's not here, so when I'm out shooting, I kind of have to make all those decisions. Now, thankfully, the person that I'm working with is also so good at understanding light, and basically, I looked at them and I said, hey, these are the shots that I think are gonna make a great video. These are the shots that me and the director think are gonna really tell your story the best. What I need from you, since you are the expert at locations, like you know where you wanna shoot, let's see if we can match these shots with the right location. And they did an awesome job. Now, I'll be doing a huge BTS video of everything that went into this project when it finally releases. So you'll see that sometime in November. I'm gonna cover everything. Also, a first for me was an extensive use of shot lists. Very rarely as a YouTuber do I have things so perfectly, envisioned that I can create a shot list. I'm kind of shooting things that I think will look good, then I start to edit, and then I know what additional shots I need. The problem is, for something like this, you have to be more prepared than that. You can't just run and gun. You can't just like off the cuff it. It wouldn't work and the end product wouldn't be that good. So it was the first time that I had an extensive shot list, and I just used Apple Notes for this. Also, all of this minutia, all of the behind the scenes is gonna be shared. So I've got a huge BTS video with 3 or 4 how we shot this videos that will come out after this video is released. I'll be honest though, it's been a really stressful 2.5 weeks. And like I said, we still have a bunch of shooting to do, and I'm really stressed out about that. I'm hiring a buddy to light one of the locations because it's just beyond me. One of them I know I can handle, but the other one, for the mood that I think we're going for at this particular location, I really need some help. So it would be cool to be able to put it all on me, but it would be foolish to do it myself. Why wouldn't I hire somebody that's so good at what they do? And at the end of the day, like, I'm not doing this all by myself. It's taking everybody to come together to make a really cool thing. And that is the most important thing. But that's kind of what I'm in the middle of. It is why I haven't been able to post 2 videos a week like I normally like to. It's probably why I'm not going to be able to post videos regularly for another few weeks, because we are in the thick of it. The rough draft has to get sent in, I think on the 23rd or the 24th or something like that. I know this was kind of a shit show of a video, but I wanted to just sprinkle some of this in there, get you excited for the video. I think it's gonna be awesome. The editor we have is amazing. And yeah, super fun. Anyway, thanks for everything. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.